Hey everybody! So now we're going to work on page 4, and this is the piece that we cut off of the original page where we added the flap in the back. So I think I'll just use this. We don't, I'm going to go ahead, and again, I'm not really going to use this in the normal way. I'm going to go ahead and put a 1/2 inch flap on it, and that's all I need. Well, I'll leave this out because I am going to cut it. Make sure we've got this nice and straight. And now, I believe this is, just about an 8 1/4. So I want to cut this at 4 1/8. So basically, I'm cutting it right in half. Well, actually, let's cut it at 4. And then let's cut this one at 4. And I'm going to cut off the side that I just cut because this paper trimmer is in need of a new blade. So it's actually doing pretty well on this cardstock. It's a little thicker cardstock, so it is leaving some little extra icky things. Okay, so we're done with this. And we're going to use this page. I am going to cut, of course, all the white off, and then I'm going to cut kind of like 3 7/8 and 3 7/8. Okay, so let me go ahead and get all the white off. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you all have been searching through the vintage Christmas Day hashtag. So it's hashtag vintage Christmas Day in July 2021. And I know that there are a lot of other people that are getting in on, or maybe it's just the search engine putting it in on that. So I'm not really sure about that, but if you search around in there or go to Terry's page, I think everybody's posting on Terry's page. I would love if everybody would post on mine, but you only can do what you can do. So I am going to go ahead and cut right at the top of the tree on this bottom sleigh. And that pretty much does not leave me a 4-inch piece. So I will cut this one of these pieces down so this will fit on it. But I didn't want to cut off the top of the tree. It probably means I will cut off the top of the, unless I just make a longer one. So I wish I would have waited and not cut this, because probably having the space that I need. So this is 3 3/3, and so I will cut this top this piece so that I will have that. And I'm just going to get another piece of black paper. Come to mama. Black paper. Come here. There we go. Okay. And I don't really want to cut any more off of this one. So, and I believe that the 2 of these will fit on the page. Okay. I'm going to cut a little bit off. Well, actually, no, because if I cut that one much smaller, you're not going to want to put your pictures on it. So we're going to cut this one just about 1/8 of an inch. So I lose one hoof, and that's it. So if we put this up here with a little black edge, will this go here with a little black edge, and they won't interfere with each other? Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this first where we're going to want it. So I'm just laying my paper down, getting my little pencil. All right, I'll cut this, and basically it is 4 3/8. Yeah, it's basically about 4 3/8, but you cut it to what's going to fit for your paper. And I have a tiny, tiny, tiny black edge, but that's okay. I don't want to go too far and have them competing for space. And then I'm going to place this one up at the top and across the side here where I'm going to want it. Remembering that I have just a tiny, tiny little space on this one. So I want to only leave myself a tiny space on this one. So, okay. Now, I know you're saying, well, wait a minute. This is just this short little teeny flap, and then you've got all this paper. Yes, I know. But what we're going to do is, where's my other piece? There it is. Here it is. Now is this piece, no. Okay, so now I am going to cut this piece so that it is the same width as this one. And I'll get another piece out and cut it the same width as the other one. And the other night when I was sleeping and I built page 2 in my brain, I built this one as well. I need a little, just a smidge off of this. Just a smidge. There we go. All right. Good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the one, and then we will work on the other one. And it's going to be the same. Is that the one for that one? No. What did I do? Oh, I just have the piece. Okay. So the first thing that I want to do, of course, is I want to make one that is for sure long enough for me to get the whole coach on the page. So I will start out getting a flap, and let's get a little bit of ink just to knock down that white. See, this blends with the color that she used in the first place pretty well without making everything brown. You know, having just working on that Sir Vagabond, I'm just didn't want to go back into browns. I just didn't. See, I loved working vintage, but then I get tired of the brown. And this is vintage, but it's vintage Christmas. So you can do so much more. So much more. Okay, so we are going to cut this right where I want it to be cut. So I have the whole horse and a little bit of space. About the same amount. So just like that. So it's about the same amount of open space in the front and the back. It just makes it look a little nicer. Let's ink this back up here. Okay. Remove this. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Okay, leaving my little black edge, both top and bottom. All right, now get your scoreboard, place this down where you're going to want a fold, leaving a little black edge. All right, and let's fold this back behind. There we go. And then we have almost enough to put the whole sheet on, but not quite. So I'm going to cut this. Let's lift it up a little bit. Make it easy on yourself so you're not guessing. Make sure you've got it just where you want it over there. And cut. Okay. And I cut it a little shorter than I wanted, so I'm just going to take off a little bit of the black. It's as easy as that. Just going to take off just a smidge of that black. Okay, let's ink this part here. And let's, well, no, not yet. Now I'm going to take the little piece that I'm bent, bound, and determined to use. And I think I'll do it on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And it looks like I'm still not quite at the same size, but I can cut it off after I attach it. And I am going to trim my edges just a smidge. Let's get some glue down on this puppy. And just doesn't really matter at this point, but I just making sure I was putting it on the correct end. Okay. Burnish. All of that will get covered, so not a problem. Now I'm going to glue this down. Okay. Open this up so I can see. All right. So then when it opens up, you have the whole scene. I just love that. I just love that. Now we can deal with the inside. And I think I'm going to, well, no, because well, yeah, we're just going to leave it as is. Let me put this away for a moment. Okay. Now, let's look at our ephemera and see. Of course, you know you have to fussy cut the ephemera out. I mean, that's just a given. It's a digital kit. It's a digital kit. Okay, so we've got lots of nice words. We've got these. Now, will these fit? Oh, yeah. These will fit in there. Those are nice. Those are cute. And I can do a insert pocket. I can make them a pocket. I can also, as I'm sitting here thinking about this, I can make this a top loading. And I think that's what I'm going to do, because I do want to have some things Christmassy coming out the top of the book. And if I make this a top pocket, I can cover this like it's just one sheet. I don't have to cover here and here, but I'll have that little top pocket. So let's first figure out what we're going to put on here. And I'm thinking I've got some scraps in here that I can use up. Maybe I have them in the front of this. Yeah, see, I have these and I have this, which will all go with it quite nicely. So, oh my goodness, and that's like perfect. Perfect! Okay, now the only thing is, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to line this paper up with the top all the way up to the top, but I want it to go where I'm going to put it on the side. And then once I get it lined up, I'm going to grab, oh, sorry. I'm going to grab one of my pieces and hold it. Now, I have this little thumb notch. It's called a thumb notch, and it's from We Are Memory Keepers. And I am going to punch on one side only. And I do want to try and get it in the middle. So once I get it in there, I'm going to turn it this way so I can see the black. There we go. Now, the reason why we loaded it all the way up to the top is because now we will be able to bring this down and line it up so we have our nice edges, and we will have a nice little black edge. It doesn't get the sides any wider or anything, so you don't see the side, but you do see a little bit at the bottom. So now I can bring this back over, and I think what I'm going to do is just a very fine line. It doesn't have to be too much because you are putting paper over it. So it will hold it closed. Oh, for heaven's sakes. I'm going to have to change that. Put this glue into something else. Just a very fine line right on the edge. And when you squeeze it away from the pocket, you know, from the center of the pocket out. And that way you're not squeezing it back into the pocket because you want the pocket to be as large as you can get it. Now let's move this up. Put it where it belongs. And let's cut out the piece we need to cover without, of course, without getting into your score line. No score lineage, peoples. Oops. Then I dropped it. I dropped it. Okay. So, there we go. Let's ink this up. Now, if you wanted to, you could have made this a pocket just out of this piece, but this is a cardstock paper that I printed on, but it's not. It's a lightweight. It's a lightweight, and I just wouldn't make it just by itself a pocket. Okay. So, let's glue this puppy down. Alright, here we go. Glue this puppy down. Nice and straight. Whoops, let's make some noise. Now, some people, when they make these thumb notches, they actually cut both sides out. That makes it harder to get into it because then you have to still separate them out. If you leave one side long, you push on it and you can get your thumb in there right away. So just a thought. Now I can take my little thumb notch that I cut out and I can place it right back down in here. Match it up along the sides this way. Let me get my little tweezers here and get that exactly where I want it. Yeah, see that that only gives you that little bit of black, and that just drives me nuts. And I don't think that I can do it justice, but I'm gonna try. Did I get some black? No, I didn't get any black, but I did get it to the edge. So if I don't put this in here, you're not going to see that there's not black all the way around. So I think I'll leave this out. Oh, come here now. There we go. My fingers are not long enough, or they're too thin and they bend so easily. That lady just screwed my nails up. Screwed them up bad. Okay, so this is a flap. And we're going to open that flap up, and we're going to open that flap up, and we'll have a nice pocket here. Of course, we'll have a nice tag out of it with some fluffy yumminess. And then what are we going to put here? We do have this. We have, I'm trying to see what I have in used stuff. Used stuff. That's just a white sheet. I guess I could put some of this. This is where it was printing it was printing a portrait size, but I had it landscape, so that's what you get. Okay, so I'm going to cut the white off of this. La da 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 dee 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 dee. And I know I was saying that I hope everybody's checking out the hashtag of what everybody is doing. We've really got some talented people. I mean, and I know everybody's busy, but I've been busier than a one-armed paper hanger. That is a very old joke that my husband's father used to say all the time. And we were just recently reminded of it. So it's been kind of stuck in my head. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this and then bring this down where I'm going to want it and cut it right there. Okay. There's that, and there's that. Well, is there black there? And I just can't see. Now, apparently I didn't get that very straight. Let's try that one again. Oh, yeah, it's off. It's off. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yes, much nicer. So I guess this is probably going to be one of the easier pages, or less technical work, fussy cutting, things like that. Because I did want to have some pages where I was able to use some of those really cute writing, you know, the things like for cards and stuff that she's got down on there. And those little, nice little words. And she gave a freebie out to everybody that was involved. So, and it was and I believe she's put it in the kit. So if you're buying the kit from her, you will get it. But it might have been a freebie. I believe it is a freebie in my Facebook group. So if you're in my Facebook group, you can go and pick that up for yourself and have it. But it's 1 through 25, so you can make a December daily. Or she also did them without the numbers. So they're just nice little tags. And do you think I can find them? Heck no. Heck no. But anyway, I will find those. I will find those. I do not think I have a old paper refill. It doesn't need it right now, but I was just wondering. I'm just speaking out loud. So you guys, you know, can ignore me when I do that. like anybody would know the difference, since I'm really sitting here talking to myself the whole time. But I can just imagine all of you sitting on the other side of your screen and talking to me. Oh, Lisa, don't you know it? Or Lisa, what the heck are you doing? Lisa, it's right there. Yeah, because I do it when I'm watching people going, no, 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 wrong side, wrong side, wrong side. Or, you know, oh, that's cool, you know, so yes. Okay, so there's that one done. And now we're going to do kind of the same thing on this one. Now, this was ended up too short, so I probably will do something different. So now this one, we haven't done our little 1/2-inch gizmo yet. So I'm going to do that. And I think for this one, I'm going to add 1/8 of an inch little gusset to it. So I'm just going to score on the most inner fold on the most inner score line for right now. It's all I'm worried about right now is just what I'm going to be gluing stuff onto. Where are we at? 30 minutes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Yeah, and this, quite honestly, I'm going to have to take off a smidge more. A smidge. So I'm going to get a smidge off of this side where that little star is still going to be on the page, and a smidge off the other side. And I mean, the paper is rolling. It's such a little bit, but that is one thing I love about, see that? I mean, that's just teeny, but this thing just does it like no problem. There we go. And I still have some up above. So very good. And I still only lost one hoof. Yep, just a smidge. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to have the flap this way. So we will have this one up here, and we're going to have this one down here. This one will open this way. So the flap is on our right side. I'm going to cut this, and this time I think I'm going to cut it so that you get this whole December 25th. Let me make sure that that's going to fit on the page. Yeah. So I'm going to cut so I get this whole December Merry Christmas right here. I just kind of finished that little bit off. Okay. And that gives us nicer sizing for pictures and stuff. So let's ink this one. You can kind of lay it down and work it. The paper's just a little thinner than a 65 pound, so it gets a little wrinkled if if you're doing too much of that inking, trying to get it to support itself. It just doesn't like to. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm not wild about this little glue jobby, but probably if I would take the tip of the glue off, the dried glue, it'll probably work great. Yes. Who needs a pen? Who needs the pen? So it really is not as bad as I put out. It is a little crampy on the fingers. Younger people would probably not have any problem working with this little glue jar, but yeah, it's a little tougher on the fingers. Okay, gonna get it started in the bottom right hand corner. Make sure that's where we like it, where it got a nice little black edge. And lift it up a little bit. And there we go. Ain't it nice? Yeah, that's very nice. Very pretty. Very pretty. Pretty indeed. Okay, so we have that. We're going to get our scoreboard up here again. Leave yourself enough space so you have a little black edge. And fold. Okay, so there's that part. That looks very nice. That does. That looks very nice. And I have a nice little edge here and a nice little edge here before the score line. I will probably line this one right up on the edge, and that will give me a 1/8 of an inch, tight 1/8 of an inch before the score line, which is more than enough. Okay, so now put this away for a second. Let's see what else we need. Okay, so now we have this piece, and I do have a little bit that's hanging over the edge. There we go. Okay. So now we have this here little piece, and I again am going to cut off the end that is not quite as impressive as having the buffalo print. So just where it's going to leave me a nice little edge all the way around. Is that my spot? Yeah. All right. Oh, so sorry. I did cover my mic, so I didn't blast your ears out. It's been one of those kind of weird days. I won't have any issue, and then it's like for a half hour or so I'm sneezing and watery eyes, and then it kind of goes away. Just a weird day. It was beautiful, wasn't too hot. We're in the mountains though. It really doesn't get, well, the foothills, very close to the mountains, doesn't really get quite as hot as, I mean, even it takes us slightly more than 5 minutes to get into town, but it's all downhill. And it's always warmer in town than it is up at our house, which I like. I like it because I like the cooler weather for sure. Now, I do not want to glue this down and make a pocket. I want to be able to open this up and have a picture here and a picture here. However, maybe here I will have a pocket because I did leave myself a little bit of a 1/8 of an inch. So I think I will do a pocket on this inside here. So I probably should do an 1/8 of an inch here and then cut this down just a little bit more because I had forgotten that I had done that. So let's put this back and give ourselves another little 1/8 of an inch piece. And we're just going to line the paper up and bring the fold. Hold the paper to the edge and pull your paper, and there you've got, I keep going over that with you guys. It's the easiest way to get those 1/8 of an inches done. Okay, so now we've got an 1/8 of an inch on both sides. Even though I haven't done this fold yet, we have it on each side. So let's go ahead and now mark this so that we can get it cut so it will fit us nicely. It will fit nicely. And we're going to put this here. And I'm not sure that I got that straight, so I'm just making sure that it's straight. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Okay. And I think on here I'm probably going to do one of the words. Let me find the words. Find the words. Find the words. Here's the words. Which one do we want to use? Do we want red? And we've got kind of the blend of the two, and then we get into the green. I don't want the green. Maybe celebrate Christmas Eve. I think I'm going to do Christmas Eve. Is there one? There's sleigh ride. Anything in these funkier colors? No, not really. Well, as much as I don't really want to use the green, I am. We'll just have to use some green. We will just have to use some green on the opposing page. And these guys are, you could probably, because they line up, you could use your cutter and cut all these out at one time. And just have a nice little box sitting there and flip through them. I just have not had time. You know, it's like a broken record. I'm getting tired of saying it. Much as you probably get tired of hearing it. So we're going to move right on. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll put that right down here, and it can be a little tuck spot. So right there. Yeah, that'll be cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. This I've inked? No, I didn't. If I did, I didn't do a very good job on the actual ends. Okay. Oh, I did ink it, but I cut it, didn't I? Yes. Yes, I did. Where are we at? 43 minutes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I thought maybe this would be a short one, but it is not. I can't make them. I just can't make them short. Just does not work for me. I'm leaving way too much. Pick it up. I was looking at the wrong black color there. Okay. Okay. And then I'm just going to glue down the bottom on this and put it right at the bottom of the mat. So I still have the black edge, in other words. Okay. And how apropos when you're looking at a sleigh ride and then it says sleigh ride. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so let's get I don't think any of the, well, this one might. Yeah. So let's get this one cut out, or let's do this one. Sorry guys, I know this is like watching paint dry. Like watching paint dry. And the little bottom. Okay. And I think I'm going to do this sheet right here. Whoops. Right here. And right there. Let's see. Where did I just make the marks? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Are you kidding me? Oh, right here. Right? No? There they are. I had lost them. Just for a split second. Okay, and right there. Okay, so going to put this down. No. Well, I cut that a little too short. I must be getting tired. And I just gonna try that again. And that does not look straight. So did I cut this incorrectly? I mean, not straight? Let's give it. Yes, I did cut it not straight. That's why it wasn't fitting. But now, okay. So here and here. And I'm going to try and not screw it up this time. Yes, it's 2 nights in a row of no sleep. No sleep. Does not help the body at all. And that is right there. Let's see. Okay. And I am going to put something on the end of this. And then I'm going to put that just like that. Cute, huh? Yeah, I like that. Christmas is the season for kindling the fire of hospitality in the hall. The genial flame of charity in the heart. Washington. Yeah. Okay. Not one of my favorites, but I like the shape. I like the shape. The shape works for me. Okay, and this one. Okay. think I like the darker edge to the outside, or do I like the darker edge to the inside? I'd like for it to get a little darker right here where I'm rubbing stuff on it. There we go. That's better. Okay, let's glue this down. Actually, wait a minute. Okay, just going to wipe this off. Where is my, well, just use my finger. Okay, just across the center. Let me put this just across the center. Let's see. Take this is one of the easiest ways, and I've seen it done by Scrap Queen. And it really takes the guesswork out of it and everything else. And then you just fold it around. Voila. Now, and I think maybe we are almost done. There we go. Okay, and then put this down here. Now we can cut off any excess. And you could make this a pocket, although this ribbon would definitely get in the way. Could have made the tag a pocket, but the same thing. It would have been hitting that ribbon. And where is my little... Oh, let me have a bit of this. Yeah. That will glue onto that. And then I'll probably have to glue down the rest of it. Lift this up. There we go. And then we're just going to add some glue across the bottom. There we go. Ain't it nice? Look and see, that looks nice there as well as when it's opened up. So perfect. Okay, we just need the one other piece, and I don't have anything already pre-cut. Oh, here's those. While I'm looking, you can look at those. While I'm looking for something that will work. I do need to go in and print the rest of this kit, because that is one thing I have not done, is print the rest of the kit. Well, I don't know what I did with all of my... Oh, here they are. No, I think I want green. Aren't those neat? Now, I didn't print out the ones with the numbers because I'm not doing... you know, the December daily, but so then she's got really fancy numbers on these, but yeah, they're really cute. Is this a little much? This might be a little much for, well, maybe I will just use this again and kind of keep all the papers the same. So I'm just going to get rid of the white on the bottom and on one side, because we are getting close to an hour and I'd like to close this sucker up. Yep, 4 more minutes. I don't normally not, well, that didn't get all that cut. I don't normally just keep filming. Normally I you know, stop and start and stop and start, but this has really been kind of a straightforward. And let's see, then we're going to have this, and we're going to cut this across first, so I'm not wasting, not making the largest part of my paper smaller. It still gives me a half a sheet of regular size. And where are you, Mark? Right there. And again, this is going to be very nice for a nice picture, nice size picture. And I've got black all the way around, except for right here, I did not get all that white edge off. Okay, we're going to ink this bad boy up. And this will help bring the green in. There we go. And I was going to do a pocket on this page, wasn't I? Because I've got that 1/8 of an inch. Oh, I actually like it just like that, instead of or, okay, I'm going to pause you for a sec. And of course, I am getting my, you know, this thing out and making some nice little edges. Nice little snowflakes. I just hope it's not too loud to wake my husband up. And one more. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same on the black. I'm going to flip this because I started to do with both and it just wouldn't work. And I broke my fingernail. It's just like paper. My fingernails are so thin, it's just driving me nuts. And let's get this. Just keep lining that up. If you have problems doing, working with your, with your punches, I do have a video out that goes over some kind of guidelines that you need to know for all the punches that you work with. And I think this is probably enough. No, not quite. But it helps you. I think it does. I did get some good comments on it. Okay. And I'm going to leave it so that that kind of works with each other. Not line it up. I don't want to line it up, but I do have the same, if it's just one, see, like here, there's just, let me put it on the paper. Okay. See here, there's 2, and then there's 1, and then there's 2, and then there's 1. And so these are the same. So I'm just lining up the one with a 1 that's 1. And then I'm going to kind of halfway up, stop and do it. You know, leave it just like that. But first we need to go ahead and figure out how long we need this. So I'm just going to do it a little bit shorter. And let's just do it this way. Let's get a 1/2 inch. Do it the proper way, Lisa. Don't show everybody how you do it when you're off camera. Which doesn't always work out, but it's the lazy way of doing things. Okay, so I'm going to first, let's do it on this one. I'm going to get my groove that I want to score in. If I knew where my score tool was, that would be great. Here it is. And I'm going to score right there. Okay. And then I'm going to find my scissors and I'm going to cut it so it's just, it's still attached to the snowflake. I cut off the piece that wasn't still attached to the snowflake, and then I'm going to bring it down like this, and that way most of the snowflake is still being seen. The other part of it will be covered with your paper, so it really doesn't matter. All right, so now we have the beginning, and we could actually, since we have the room, put this around the outside. Oh, but that leaves us with a partial snowflake, and I would rather have a whole snowflake. But yeah, either way, I'm not going to have a whole snowflake. That breaks my heart. I like whole snowflakes. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to put it around the outside so that we can use the whole pocket and not have to worry about getting tidbits hooked in. And make a mark where you want the fold line to be. And we're just going to and let me see how well this is going to fold around. And it is a little big, I think. Let me actually close this. Excuse me. I haven't had anything to drink for an hour. I didn't bring my water in here, so yeah. No, that's perfect. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off down. And yeah, it leaves me with a half a snowflake, but oh well. Oh well. And then we're just going to put this well, that kind of offsets everything and the snowflakes are working in between each other. I like that. Okay, so I am going to cut this so I have a little black edge on both sides. Where did I put my mark? Right there. All right. Let's see how we did. And that covers up a lot of doodads and whatnots. And then we're going to glue this down. Let's ink what we can this way. There's more fingernail falling off. Ooh, ah. So guys, I want to first tell you thank you so much for all your wonderful comments that I'm getting. Those of you that have joined me, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to getting to know you. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, on my Facebook group, I encourage you to post some things that you work on and things so that I can get to know you and what type of crafter you are and what you like to do. That is the whole reason I do this. I love getting to know you guys. I have so many new friends, and just from YouTube. Never met them, but oh my gosh, I love every one of them. You know, it's just a lot of fun, and because me and my best friend Laurel, we just don't get to. Well, this year I'm not going to visit her, which really kind of breaks our hearts, but there's reasons, and that's fine. And but I will go and see her next year, and next year I will have Terry to go and visit when I go over there. So that will be a fun thing. She and I will look forward to that, because Laurel, well, she's as crafty as I am. She loves crafting. She doesn't do it as much because she has a lot of other things she enjoys doing, like gardening. She's super into gardening, which I don't understand. I do have a vegetable garden, and but it's not. It's you know, it is. Our house is on 10 acres, and it's not. You're not going to find it in Better Homes and Gardens. We keep it mowed and looking very nice, but we don't have a lot of fancy. Landscaping. Thank you. Couldn't think of the word. I know one of you said it. It might have even been Laurel. So, yeah. But anyway. Okay. Where's my thing? So that was a long-winded how you do your... Did I ink this? Yeah, this just, it dries a little lighter, and it's still, some spots still look like it's got... Okay, and remember we're putting this around the back side, so we're going to go ahead and get some glue. And I think I like it this way best. Run it along the bottom. So that we are on the bottom with everything. There we go. We do need to glue the bottom closed, or it's more like a offset belly band than... Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now we got the green thing going on. And then we're just going to glue this down. And since I left the 1/8 of an inch gusset for this one, we will be able to fill this puppy up. Lots of good ephemera sitting in there. Because I like to give whoever ends up buying this, I like to give them ephemera. Because I'm assuming that most of the people that buy these are... Most of the people that buy these are crafters themselves, and so, you know, by giving some of that extra ephemera, then they're able to decorate the pictures that they put in. They just don't want to do all of it. There. Now let's get this puppy put on here. This is the right way, yes. Oh boy, I got worried for a second that I put the pocket on wrong. Now I'm going to fold my 1/8 of an inch gusset. There we go. So now that that's folded, I'm going to clip just the first 1/2 inch, clip it a little bit, and let's get some glue down on it. Just the first one, not into the second fold. I've just got the first fold folded. And then we're going to put this right on the edge, but not all the way down to the bottom, because I think I have enough room. Yeah, it's almost down to the bottom. Now let's go ahead and pull this down a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. This glue is it grabs, but you can move things pretty darn easily and still have it grab again. Let me push this up, make sure we're doing okay. And let's burnish. There we go. Very nice. And then this one, let's clip. And we're going to put this one and the same line up as this edge. I want it to line up exactly the same and all the way up to the top. Yeah. And then the only thing that needs to be done is this page. And I think Well, where did I put it? Oh. See, my page is too small. I think I will put this down on everything, but I'm going to have to get a sheet. But that will make everything really stand out. So that is going to be the back sheet. So guys, thank you so much. I love you all so much. I will talk to you later. Bye.